Hello world, we are the Brother Floggers. I'm speaking like Robert Downey Jr., except not even close.
Except his is like, hello world, the Brother Floggers.
So today we're reviewing Dr. Dolittle with Robert Downey Jr. as the main star. We are here to help you know what to watch and who to watch it with, so you know if a movie is groovy for you. Yeah, and we also invited Kevin the Squirrel to be here, and he said he was going to be here, but he seems to be scared stiff. So I don't know if we'll get a lot out of him today. So Dr. Dolittle is played by Robert Downey Jr. He's the main actor, and I didn't realize it until I got in and started watching the movie.
I had no idea.
But there are a ton of stars in here. We've got
so many.
I don't know. Do we want to just run through a bunch of them?
Yeah,
there's Antonio Banderas, Jim Broadbent,
Tom Holland's in it. Michael Sheen was one of the main
Cena,
stars.
is that?
Yeah, John Cena.
Is how you say it?
Emma Thompson. Ralph Fiennes, Selena Gomez.
Even
How could
Selena
they make
Gomez,
a movie
yeah.
without Selena?
Most of them are voices of the animals, and so you didn't realize who they are unless you recognize their voices until you check the credits. You're like, oh, wow. Yeah. So pretty star-studded cast, and this was directed by Stephen Gaghan.
Gaghan?
Gaghan?
I don't know how to say his name.
I want to say Gaghan. My hand's gagging. The quick synopsis of this one is Dr. Dolittle has become a recluse after the death of his wife. Spoiler.
Oh no!
That's the first thing you learn in the movie. He hates humans and only talks to animals, and it's the story of him as he's forced to come out and interact with humans again in order to save the Queen of England. Yeah, it's gotta be England. And it's the story of basically traveling around and fixing his emotional problems.
And versus the Eddie Murphy Dr. Dolittle, this one takes place in the 1800s.
That's true.
Versus modern day, which I thought was a nice change up for Dr. Dolittle. And I think it's actually more true to the books, the Dr. Dolittle books, as it takes place back in the 1800s.
I did like that. It did make it a little bit different. There's a lot of British accents, which are always fun to hear. Do you want to start with dislikes?
Yeah, we could do that.
So one of the first things that bugged me about this movie was Robert Downey Jr.'s accent.
It's okay to be scared.
I just thought
it was weird.
It was too weird.
He talked really, really soft, and it was kind of, I don't know, it was just a weird accent. It was just...
Yeah, and it didn't really match him or any of the other characters.
Yeah, because he was kind of this eccentric guy, but his voice was very soft and you can't hear him.
And weird intonations.
Yeah, it was weird.
But I thought maybe as you progress through the movie, I'd kind of get used to it and it'd work. But it never did. The whole movie, even by the end, I was like, oh, that's just kind of a weird accent.
And even as good as... I think it's funny because the accent was kind of weird and it bugged me throughout the whole movie. But at the same time, he's such a good actor. He kind of saves the movie at the same time.
That's true.
Because he is such a good actor. It's just if he would just not talk and act, it would have been great.
No problem with the acting. I thought he did a great job. But just a weird accent.
And actually, I was surprised at how entertaining this movie was. I went into this hearing really bad things about Dr. Dolittle, and I was actually surprised how entertaining I think it's because of the quality of the actors, the voices, and how they delivered their lines and how they joked. Actually, I found very entertaining in this movie. I really liked it. I think it was well written. It had actually a really good depth to the story. But then there's just little things like that. It's a very kid kind of a movie.
It's very kid oriented.
Yeah. I think if you go into it thinking that, you enjoy it more.
That and the way that the actors interact with the animals too is they're just human characters, but in animal forms basically.
Yeah.
And all the actors are like that.
But it does have a very heartwarming story, a nice message at the end. So to go watch this with your 8-year-old kid would be very fun because they'll enjoy it. With the animals acting like humans, kids love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think kids would really enjoy it because it does have a lot of fun parts, and I thought the cinematography and even the sets
really
and everything looked really good. It has a nice feel.
And there was some funny parts. I
did laugh out mostly from random animal comments that just catch you oh man, that's pretty fun. It was kind of cool too because at the beginning they show how he's actually using animal sounds to communicate, but then they kind of show how it, then they
over
blend it
to
into English so that we can understand, which I thought was kind of cool.
But it definitely lacks as far as the appeal for anyone outside of kids. It's not going to suck you in as far as like the quality of the movie or the depth of the movie or anything like that.
I felt like the characters are kind of shallow. You get some depth from Dr. Dolittle.
The villain's kind of cheesy.
but-
It's played by Michael Sheen. He's a cheesy villain.
Yeah, there's quite a few cheesy parts.
Yeah.
Antonio Banderas has some cheesy parts.
Although
but
it was great to see Antonio Banderas.
His voice, though, man.
Oh
I
man,
love his voice.
I just sat there and listened to him. I was like, it didn't even matter what he said. He's just
like,
such a great voice.
I love what he said.
Oh, that's so great.
I felt also like the story was really rushed, which is maybe one of the reasons that it felt kind of shallow and that we weren't really digging into any characters. And there were a ton of characters.
Yeah,
which was the other problem.
Well,
Which is maybe why it felt rushed too, because you're just like meeting new character, and then the movie's over. The main plot of the story too, and I don't think kids would pick it out, but there's just some big plot holes that I was like,
huge plot
that
holes.
doesn't make any sense. Which, and as a kid, you probably will never notice it, but when they grow up and become adults, like, huh.
Yeah, there's a lot of things, which happens a lot when you watch movies you like as a kid. You realize those are really crappy movies. And it's clean. There's a few off-color jokes, like kind of crude type of humor, but it's other than that, it's pretty clean. There's no real significant violence. There's no like weird make-out scenes between the birds or anything like that. So I thought that was good. They kept that to a minimum.
That's true. I did appreciate that. I was really worried about it too. Yeah.
So as far as rating for this one, I'm actually going to give this one a 1 thumbs up because I thought that it was entertaining, and I think if you go in expecting the family movie theme for kids and stuff like that, I think you'll be entertained. The acting is awesome. The line delivery is awesome, but it does have huge plot holes. It does have major problems with like weird cheesy jokes and stuff like that. So
I can only give this one, I think, a half a thumb.
Give it a halfer. Cut it in
Halfer.
half.
I felt like it just wasn't quite there to where I'd like recommend it. I think if you maybe put it in and let your kids watch it and you can go grab something to eat. that's
Use it as a babysitter.
Right, yeah, like, Dr. Dolittle will babysit for you kids today. So I don't think I'd give it a full thumb. I'm just going to give it a half a thumb.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching today. Be sure to like and subscribe and leave any comments below or recommendations for movies that you'd like us to review. And also in the comments below, let us know if you thought Robert Downey Jr.'s accent was just a little too much to be
Handle
tolerable. Yeah, we'll see you guys next movie.